Imagine a job that pays an incredibly high salary, covers your housing, pays for your children's elite education, and doesn't come with taxes? Sounds like a dream, right? Welcome to Saudi Arabia's banking sector. These perks have intensified the global race for top-tier banking talent, and firms worldwide and on Wall Street are struggling to match the eye-popping compensation packages being offered in the kingdom. So global firms are having to increase their hiring costs to keep up, or have to resort to hiring less experienced bankers to keep costs somewhat reasonable. So why is Saudi Arabia shelling out top dollar for bankers? Well, Saudi Arabia is currently the world's largest oil exporter and the second largest oil producer just behind the US. This has led to the Saudi economy being the largest in the Middle East. Their citizens enjoy benefits such as no personal income tax and a free and well-funded universal healthcare system. Today, the oil industry makes up about 45% of Saudi Arabia's GDP, and as the push for cleaner energy intensifies, this is leaving the kingdom at risk unless it manages to diversify its economy from oil. And Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is absolutely determined to turn the Saudi economy into a global financial powerhouse. However, his ambition and the kingdom's fast-paced economic reforms have introduced new and unforeseen challenges to the kingdom as they try to compete for talent on the global stage. The Public Investment Fund, with almost $800 billion of assets under management, is hiring at an incredible pace, often poaching bankers from both local and global firms. The Public Investment Fund is the sovereign wealth fund of Saudi Arabia. It is among the largest sovereign wealth funds in the world and was created in 1971 for the purpose of investing funds on behalf of the government of Saudi Arabia. The fund has grown so quickly that it now employs about 2,000 people, up from just 40 a decade ago. Wall Street banks are also looking to firmly establish themselves in Saudi Arabia, as the potential of incredibly lucrative deals is everywhere, given the kingdom's aspirations of economic reform. So there's currently an insatiable demand for highly skilled talent in the financial services sector, and a hiring spree is well underway. According to a Hayes survey, vice president roles, which are typically a mid-level title for bankers, carry an annual salary of $225,000 to $255,000. That's about 10 to 20% higher than salaries would be in global financial centers such as London for top bankers at the same level. And that's not all. Bonuses are usually more than 100% of a banker's salary when things are going well. The talent crunch also means that bankers with fewer years of experience stand a better chance of getting a higher title and salary than they would in places such as New York and London, especially when you factor in the lack of income taxes and fully paid for housing. Companies operating in the kingdom will even pay for flight tickets to visit home. A great perk considering more than 40% of Saudi Arabia's population is made up of foreign nationals. So all this has led to large institutions such as HSBC and Goldman Sachs losing bankers to the kingdom. However, Saudi Arabia is facing a number of challenges in its quest to attract global talent and become a global financial superpower. One of the biggest challenges is its strict social laws and unpredictable political environment. Many people are unwilling to move to a nation where alcohol is banned, same-sex relationships are criminalized, and where the judicial system is known for harsh punishments. Another challenge is that Saudi Arabia is competing with other countries in the region, such as Qatar and the United Arab Emirates, which are also investing heavily in their financial sectors. These countries offer a more relaxed social and political environment, which makes them more attractive to global talent. Despite these challenges, Saudi Arabia is making some progress. The government has recently lifted the ban on women driving and has eased restrictions on gender segregation. It is also investing heavily in its education system and infrastructure. However, there is still a long way to go. Saudi Arabia needs to address its social and political challenges in order to be successful in its quest to attract global talent and become a global financial superpower. In this quest, the Crown Prince is also pushing for global companies to have a presence within the kingdom if they wish to do business with them. On top of this, Saudi Arabia recently required firms to have a certain proportion of Saudis employed. This has resulted in locals having a high amount of leverage when negotiating, which has led to some asking for over-the-top compensation packages which are just untenable for international corporations looking to establish themselves in the kingdom. Most global banks such as Citigroup only entered Saudi Arabia in the last number of years, once Saudi Arabia notched up their incentives to get them there. Before this, bankers would typically fly between Dubai and Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia, to conduct business. Dubai has already established itself as a financial center in the Middle East, and its less restrictive moral and social laws have afforded financial firms an easier time hiring global talent and getting them to move there. To compete with Dubai and help attract expats in the long term, Saudi Arabia is easing rules around strict dress codes, women being allowed to drive, and gender segregation. But it takes a lot to build a vibrant city people love to work and live in. And most people are hesitant to move to a place that currently lacks the social freedoms, bustling social scene, and easily available alcohol that gives other global financial centers their pulse. Today, Riyadh is a relatively tame city with few entertainment options and even fewer activities for children. Even when offered lucrative compensation packages, a number of senior bankers would still prefer to stay in Dubai, as the Saudi lifestyle is definitely not for everyone. And given the incredibly high costs of hiring local talent in Saudi Arabia, it may not be financially feasible for some firms with a presence in Dubai to also open offices in Saudi Arabia, even with pressure from the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia to have a local presence in the kingdom or risk being left out of lucrative deals. To further incentivize people, Saudi Arabia is trying very hard to make it the next best place to live and work in the Middle East. Over the last decade, they've built a $10 billion financial hub in Riyadh known as the King Abdullah Financial District. Filled with towers rising to dizzying heights connected by sky bridges and next-level climate technology to make desert living bearable, the district is Saudi Arabia's way of attracting global companies and talent in the hopes they'll choose to call it home. For years, the King Abdullah Financial District barely had any signs of life, but that is changing. Chinese tech giant Alibaba now has offices in the district alongside many other local and international companies. However, whether this bet on trying to build a bustling financial district akin to London or Dubai will pay off in the long run is yet to be seen, though many companies will likely have to make the move into the financial district whether they want to or not. Starting in 2024, the Saudi government will be requiring international firms to have regional headquarters in the kingdom or risk being cut off. This policy is likely directed at Dubai and the UAE's dominance in the Middle East financial sector. Whether it'll pay off or actually even plays out the way the Saudi government hopes it will remains to be seen. Beneath the riches and great wealth promised for being based in Saudi Arabia, the kingdom still has serious issues to deal with. Many people are unwilling to move to a nation that is often unpredictable and under authoritarian rule. The kingdom also continuously draws criticisms from human rights organizations for their heavy-handed judicial system that imprisons even peaceful dissidents. Saudi Arabia's crown prince is still reckoning with controversies that span murder and a purge in 2017 that resulted in hundreds of powerful Saudis being arrested and rounded up at the Ritz-Carlton. So as much as the kingdom would like to be taken seriously as a key player on the global financial stage, it's going to take a long time before corporations and people can trust the nation to stay true to its word. Saudi Arabia stands at a crossroad, torn between its global ambitions and local traditions. Can it find the balance to truly rise as a global financial superpower? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next episode. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Deconstructed for video essays on money, wealth, and power.